When we hit the update button, we want to capture the 3 properties here and update that in book details. Let me go back to the book controller. We have the details post right here. We can check for the book ID that cannot be null. Let me go to the details here. Make sure we have that in the hidden field. Rather than the book ID here, we will be checking the book detail ID. If that is 0, then we need to create the book detail. So rather than adding book here, we want to add book detail, and that will be inside obj.book.bookDetail. We have to do the same thing for update. It will be book details, obj.book.bookDetail, and we save the changes, redirect back. Now this time when I run the application, based on the settings that I have here, we will run into an error message. Let me restart the application and show that to you. We go to book here. Let me add a debugging point. We will click on the details and let me populate some value, hit the update button. When I press F10 here, you will notice save changes will throw an exception. And great, it says the insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraint, which is book ID. I want you guys to pause the video, try to debug, and figure out on what is wrong. Pause the video for a couple of minutes, and once you figure that out, let's continue. The reason behind that is the book ID is not populated inside the book detail. When you are creating a book detail, if we examine the book detail object, there we have a book ID and that needs to be populated. Doing that is super simple. When we are working on the book view model, if we examine the details here, book ID is populated in book. So right here we can set obj.book.bookDetail.book_ID is equal to obj.book.bookID. That way the book ID will be populated in book detail when we try to add or update. With that configured, let me try that one more time. We go to book here. Let me try edit, not edit, details. I will enter 22, update here. If you examine book detail, this time everything is populated other than book detail ID. With that, let's continue. Perfect, that worked. If I go to book detail, great. Book ID is 1 and all the details are populated here. If I go back here to the detail, we do not see that. So let me see what is going on here. We are only retrieving the books here in the detail. We need to populate the book detail as well. Now that could be done in 2 ways. First, what I can do here is I can say obj.book.bookDetail is equal to _db.bookDetail.first.default u goes to u.bookID is equal to ID. That will make sure that the book detail is also populated. Let me show that. If I go to book here and click on detail, perfect. Let me update that. If I go back, great. That is working as expected. But let me show you something better in the next video.